Well, we're going to do some work on the Beetle this morning. It's a little wet. Hey, good afternoon. It finally kind of got nice out here. So I'm working on the Beetle a little bit here. And I want to show you a couple stupid little tricks. One is, here I've got an old accelerator cable, and you see it's a little frazzled already, but that's because I straightened out the end that goes to the pedal. If you don't have that end, the other end is fine, it's already straight. And you take what's remaining of the cable, if it's about full length, and you can put it through your fuel line. And there's my outlet right there towards the back of the car. I pushed that cable in there and then hooked it up the straight end to my drill. Now there are sparks coming from this into the drill. A little bit. So you got to be careful. You don't want fuel all over the place. I crimped off the fuel line back up at the front, but I ran that cable through there using the drill, and was able to just make sure that my fuel line is clean, and it worked really well. That cleaned it out really well. Second thing I'm going to do is I've got this intake manifold. This one's pretty crappy. It's kind of rusted out a little bit, but it's not bad. But I want to make sure that the line is clear all the way through the heat riser part. So what I've got here is I've got a little tube thing, a little spring kind of guy. I don't know if you can see that real well, but this spring kind of guy here that's made for cleaning out industrial coffee machines, like the Bunn type coffee machines. You can actually get this online. I'll see if I can look it up and see if I can do this with one hand. I'm gonna step on this end, and I'm gonna try and push this up in there, and it's a no-go on either end here. Oh, there we go. Got some going through that way. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to hook the drill up to that and rattle it around like mad. Let me bring you back once I get the drill hooked up. So I've got the drill hooked up, and that end should flop around a lot. Take out anything that's in there. This one's actually extremely clean. I don't know if you can see down in there, but it doesn't have much on this end. I'll do the same on that end and try and ream this out. Heard of people heating them up and pushing a coat hanger in there to get it started or whatever else. This is just what I'm doing. So there's a couple little things you can do to clean out some of these tubes. Main thing with the fuel line is you want to make sure that there's no rust holes anywhere in it, because that thing's going to pop through it somewhere. If that's the case, you pretty much have to put a new line in. I've seen people that have taken copper line and put it through the tunnel again, cutting some holes, some access holes, inside the tunnel in here. Yeah, I've got a lot of parts in here. I'm just storing stuff right now while I'm working on the Beetle. And that could be good. Or I've seen people just run along the bottom of the car, but then you run the risk of it you hitting something and popping another fuel line. So just a couple tips for Sunday afternoon, and it's not as nice as I had hoped out here, so I'm not doing a ton of work on the engine. It's still under wraps right now. I'm gonna do a couple videos on building some other stuff I've got. I've got a new exhaust here. I was trying to get these exhaust tips off. One came off, the other one, turns out I kind of welded it on when I was patching up a hole in the muffler. So, and I didn't even patch up the hole. You can see there's still smoke around there. So I bought some new exhaust tips. They were like $13. No big deal. So I'll show you that going together too once I get the parts for that. And we'll put new pistons and cylinders on this, new heads, and start putting it all back together. I've kind of got it torn down right now. There's a million videos on tearing down an engine. So I thought I would do a video on just putting it back together. And you already saw me take it out. I'll do a video on putting it back in, and we'll do a video on driving around again. Rebuilt transmission sitting right here. That's from Mr. Gas Transmissions. I'll put the link down below too in a couple of these episodes, and we'll get this thing back together. Thanks for joining me today. We'll talk to you later.